Hey, what's shaking, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of Jay's Straight Up Reviews and More. All right, today we're taking the Earfun UBoom X on the left over here. We're going to run it in its firmware 0.39. That's the latest version that cleaned up some of the issues of 0.38. We're going to put it up against the Soundcore Boom Plus. Now, the Boom Plus, these are pretty evenly matched as far as watts, size. The Boom Plus is a little bit smaller, even on price, but right now the Boom Plus, I think it's the lowest I've ever seen it. It's I think it's $179 with a $70 coupon on Amazon. So it's $109.99. The Earfun is $160, but there's a $30 coupon, so it's $129.99. So there's a little bit of a price difference, not much, but that I've never seen the Soundcore. I don't think it was even that low during the Amazon Prime days. But we're going to run these over here on the Earfun, and it's Indoor Plus on the bottom EQ list and their app on the OLEV EQs. And the Soundcore is just in its Soundcore signature with the bass up on. This one over here, there's an indoor mode that doesn't have as much bass on the Earfun, but they have an Indoor Plus that's a little bass boosted. So with that being, with the bass boost on, that's kind of a fairly even matchup, if you will. So put your headphones on if you have them. I think we'll have Mrs. Hand on deck today because Mr. Hand's sitting over there sleeping. You can see him laying. Let me wake him up. Hey, wake up. I think he's dead in the water. We'll have Mrs. Hand pointing to the speaker, so put your headphones on if you have them. Here we go. Start at 40% with the Soundcore. UBoom. So 40% is a lot quieter. Let's bump that up to 60. Pow, pow, pow. Soundcore at 40. Change track.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Let's take the Earfun up to 80%. Soundcore. 60%.
It sound right, boys.
Track. Take the Soundcore up to 80%. Earfun to 80. Let's bump it up to 87. 100% max volume. Earfun, max volume. Okay, so when you get them up to max volume, this is the same scenario that played out when we did the Soundcore Boom 2 Plus, whereas it's much louder through the volume scale until you get towards the top. And when you get to max volume, these are pretty close. The Soundcore might have just a hair of an advantage, but they're very close to the same output level at max volume. Of course, lower, it's a different story. They both kind of lose similar amounts of bass when you get to max volume. You could hear the bass get cut back some. Didn't sound as full. The clarity of them, they do sound different. The Soundcore maybe sounds a little bit messier sounding than the Earfun, but the Earfun is kind of a darker sound, so it tends to lack a lot of the fine details and separation, in my opinion, when you're running it like that. But they each kind of play off of each other because they're not quite the same sounding, if you know what I mean. They don't have the same kind of sound signature, whereas the Earfun has, when you compared it against the Soundcore Boom 2 Plus, you could tell it just seems like it had a darker sound, not as much clarity. Not that it's lacking clarity, but when you compare it to something else, it kind of draws more of a contrast. So I think either one of these are good options. The Soundcore is a little bit lighter, but they're both, they both have a shoulder strap. The Earfun does have some lights, but the Soundcore doesn't. They both have app support, so you can create your own custom EQ, which a lot of people might prefer to do, because I'm running that in the Soundcore signature that I don't really particularly like. But for this matchup, I wanted to try to keep it as even as possible. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below on this one. I think we're dealing with similar speakers here, and similar price, similar size, similar output. Their sound signatures are a little bit different. They both tend to lose similar amounts of bass at max volume, so there are some differences, but there are more similarities, if you will. So be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it today. It's free. It'll cost you nothing. And Mrs. Hannah and I will always tell you, this channel is always worth every bit of nothing. We'll catch you guys at the next one. We are out.